So when it comes to dealing with pain and trauma, the most common advice that you'll hear is use your pain and trauma for character development. And yes, that is good, but that is just the tip of the iceberg. Because let me explain, when you use your pain and trauma for character development, it kind of pushes you, it acts as fuel, kind of propels you, it kind of makes you go forward and focus and have this immense drive to go and achieve whatever you want, because at this time you even have depth and contrast. Now what I mean by that is when you have experienced all the bad things in life, you have the ability to even appreciate the good things even more. Like people who have never experienced pain or trauma in their life, they really don't know like how good something feels. Like if you have tasted a very sour lemon, you know how good lemonade is. You can appreciate the taste of lemonade. You can appreciate the sweetness of lemonade. Some people who have never tasted a sour lemon can't really appreciate, like you really have more appreciation and more enjoyment than the people who have never experienced all this sour lemons and bad things in life. You have more depth, you have more contrast, and you have the ability to actually live and express more joy and happiness. But if you're always using your past trauma and past pain to develop your character and have this immense depth and contrast, yes, you can achieve things in life, you can be successful, and you can actually thrive, but still you will be run by your trauma. You will still be run by your pain. Now, it doesn't really matter how much you achieve, but if you still get triggered when somebody talks about the most painful event in your life, it doesn't really feel good, does it? Like you have achieved so much, you've come up in life, you have done all these external things, you've used your pain, your trauma to go get some things done in life, and you have this amazing character development, you have this amazing contrast and this depth of a personality, but you're still being run by your pain and trauma. You are still being run by that painful emotion, by those painful moments and events in your life. And that is where the actual part comes in. You have to let go of this trauma. Now, here's a depiction, all right? Now you using your pain is just the tip of the iceberg. It's just the tip of the iceberg. And when you come down, right, the major part of the iceberg is letting go. Now here I mentioned, don't be run by it. Like if you can't see it clearly, don't be run by it. Now here's a perfect, a much more closer look on that. So the second part, now the true part actually comes in when you're not being run by your pain and your trauma. Like you use it. I mean, you use your pain and trauma at the beginning to get that initial wave of success and momentum, but eventually you have to let go of your pain and trauma in order to live a much more fulfilling life at any given moment. Because if you're eventually run by your pain and trauma, like you can achieve all these external things day by day on a consistent basis, but whenever somebody mentions that incident, that situation, that event, eventually all these emotions get triggered. You're provoked, and you'll be put off balance, you'll be put off alignment from this state, from this momentum that you have created. And it'll be so much more harder for you to get back up and actually go on to continue your aspirations, your goals, your whatever things you have planned. It'll be so much more harder for you because you're still being run by it. The only way to stop being run by it is let go. Just bring in all the details of that event, that painful situation. Write it down, recite it, play out every situation. I mean, immerse yourself in that feeling. I know it's very uncomfortable, but this has to be done. Immerse yourself in that feeling and let go. Breathe it out, let go. You can use even external substances or external, I don't mean drugs. When I say external substances, I mean hobbies such as working out, getting and expressing yourself in a musical way. You can write songs about it, you can play your guitar, you can smash drums, you can go boxing, martial arts, Healthy forms of creative self-expression also help in accelerating the process of letting go. And then once you let go, that's when you get to the root of the issue. And the root of the iceberg, the last point of the iceberg. See, you have used your pain, you have used your trauma for all the good things in life. You used it for amazing benefits. You use it for achieving things, and then you let go of it. You don't really let all the trauma run you. And then when you get to the root, now what is the root? The root is none of this matters. You see, your trauma, your pain doesn't really matter. Once you get into that perspective, like root is you actually get into realization that your pain, your trauma is just small. It's a very insignificant part of your life. I know you may be a little irritated or uncomfortable or completely pissed off when I said this, because for you, it's a really big thing for your life. All right. Your trauma has caused you to make future decisions, and it's still making you take decisions in your daily waking life. And now when some guy comes and tells it doesn't really matter, of course, you're going to be pissed. But hear me out. When I say it doesn't really matter, just take a step back, look at this situation in a very third person or even a fifth person perspective. So your pain, your trauma, all the things, all the bad things that you have experienced is very small. It is you replaying that situation again and again and again and again. You are being run by that trauma. And for you to even overcome it, to let go of it, has taken so much of your life. It's taken so many years for you to even not think about it. Every single day, like that breakup that you had is very instant. That was really a part of your life. You would take your whole life, 70 years of your whole life timeline, that breakup didn't really consume 50 years. The relationship would have consumed 50 years, but that breakup in itself, that event where all the pain was caused, that event was very small. Even if it was 2 days, 3 days, 3 days is very small compared to 70 years. But you decided to take that pain and be run by that pain for years and years and years and years and decades, and eventually 3/4 of your life. It's you being run by that. And then once you realize that none of this matters, all that matters is this present moment. What happened has happened, but you have the choice. You have absolute power to decide how you feel and act in this very present moment. Because whatever action that you do, whatever things that you say, is most likely to come from a place where you're still being run from that pain, that trauma, that painful emotion. You still don't know how to deal with them. Like even when you use them as fuel to go and achieve all these external substances, it is still coming off from that place, that vibration of pain, that vibration of hate, shame, and guilt. Guess what? If you are vibrating at that frequency, and if you're doing and creating things in your life, if you're achieving things in your life from the basis of pain, from the basis of anger, from the basis of shame, everything in your life will reflect upon the vibration that you are vibrating at any given moment. It'll just give you back more things to be angry about. So when you let go of the pain, you're much more free to think. And then don't be attached like, I let go. This is awesome. I let go of my pain. I've overcome my trauma. And you get this pride and make this the biggest highlight of your life. And once you make this the biggest highlight of your life, you're still not free. You're still not free from any lower vibrational emotion. You are still being consumed and attached by the pain in a very indirect way. First, you were consumed by the pain directly, and you were living, acting, thinking, and feeling according to that vibration. And now, once you let go of all that pain, you're living, acting, thinking, and feeling of how you let go of that pain. And every single decision that you make, every word that comes out of your mouth kind of resonates with that frequency. And guess what? You will still be stuck in this vicious cycle, and it'll be so much more harder for you to manifest all the things that you actually want and actually live the perfect life, your desired life. So you have 100% power for what you can say, how you can act, how you can feel at this very given moment. What happened in the past has happened. You have no control over the past. You have no control over the future. You have absolute control of this very present moment. You have absolute control of your emotional state, your vibrational state, and your vibrational frequency. So if you decide that I'm gonna feel complete happiness now, in this very given moment, you're not really attached to what happened there. You're not really attached to what's going to happen in the near distant future. When you're completely focused here and decide that I'm going to be happy, and you actually radiate, embody the feeling of happiness, embody the feeling of love, and you vibrate in this higher vibrational state, guess what? Everything around you manifests, matches that vibrational state. Everything around you becomes this amazing, manifestation of your inner reality. Your outer reality is just a reflection of your inner world. Your outer world is just a reflection of your inner world. Many people have this thought like, once this thing is done, I'll be happy. And eventually they go get that stuff, all right, whatever it is. A very good example is, once I get out of this relationship, I'll be happy. Then they get out of the relationship, they're still being run by the pain and trauma. They use that to fuel all the achievements, external things that they get in life. It's awesome, okay, but they're still being run by it. And still they wonder why they're not happy, because they're still being run by that pain. They're still being run by that toxic relationship. And then they let go of the pain. And now their whole identity, like your whole identity, is based upon, I overcame that stuff. I overcame that pain. And still, there's a small, minute attachment to that trauma in itself. You've still not overcome that trauma. You've overcome it, and now you're attached. Look, I overcame that trauma like it's a very big incident of your life. And that really prevents you from being in this present moment, in this higher vibrational state, and actually manifesting all the good things in life. Because everything is energy, frequency, and a vibration. If you are in this positive vibration, when two positive people come together, the vibration increases, the frequency kind of radiates more. When two people who match the same vibration come together, that's when you guys become best friends. That's when a thief comes in contact with another thief, their vibration matches and they become best buddies and they have amazing times. So when two people who are in the state of love, amazing, positive people, kind of come in contact with each other, their vibration increases. Now, when you come in contact with a person who's not in your vibrational frequency or not the exact match, like you're amazing, you're awesome, you're vibrating at this frequency of love, and then you come in contact with this energy vampire whose whole focus is pain, guilt, shame, and to drain other people's energy, who likes to watch other people fail, likes to induce pain in other people's lives. When you come in contact with them, you kind of feel your energy being drained. Like you would have come across so many people in your life where you talk to them for just 5-10 minutes and you feel so drained, you feel so pissed off, like you feel so triggered. And that is the importance of vibrational frequency. So when you decide that you're not being run by your past trauma, you let go of it, and you even let go of the attachment of I let go. You let go of letting go, of letting go, of letting go. I know it sounds weird, but this is the truth. And once you get to the root of the situation, and you realize that none of this matters, your pain really doesn't matter. You have the power to decide how you think, act, feel, and live at this very given moment. And that happens only if you detach yourself from the past trauma and detach yourself from letting go of the past trauma. Like detach yourself from all these external substances, detach yourself from the past, detach yourself from the future. Only be and live in this very present moment. And now you have the power to manifest your desired reality. Because when you are, not thinking about anything, when you're just living in this moment, you attain this flow state, and you are on this higher vibrational frequency. If you're vibrating at the frequency of love, things around you kind of manifest to give you more love. The world around you kind of reflects upon your inner reality. And this is amazing. This is awesome. This happens only if you detach yourself from all the pain, detach yourself from all your achievements that you have achieved due to the pain, detach yourself from letting go of the pain, of the trauma, detach yourself from overcoming all the issues in life. You're just there, you're just being present moment, because all we have is now. And a really great book that kind of resonates and embodies and kind of lengthens the explanation of the power of now is The Power of Now by Eckhart Tolle. And I highly recommend you to go and read that book. One of the best books that I've ever read. And it really kind of gives you this realization that all you have is now. Because if you keep thinking about the past, you'll essentially lose out on this very present moment. If you decide to be happy now, and you do it consistently for a long period of time, and when you look back, 20 years from now, if you look back, you would have noticed that the last 20 years were amazing. You were always happy, irrespective of any given situation. Like, even any breakup happens, you can get over the breakup and getting over the breakup, like completely detach yourself from that, like within a day or two. Like, you have the ability to even get over that breakup within an hour. You are very powerful. You don't really understand how powerful you are. You have that ability, but we kind of linger on. We don't want to face our inner demons. We don't like to do the inner work because it's uncomfortable. It's not very easy. It's tough. It's hard. And we go 6 months, 1 year, 6 years, 10 years, and we're still attached to that breakup. We're still attached to that relationship. We're still attached to that pain. And then finally, after 10 years, after a decade of being attached, when we overcome it, now we're attached that we overcame that pain. And still, you're still attached to the main pain. You're still attached to that whole situation that caused you to detach. And only when you detach from everything, get to the root and detach from everything, you have the ability to live in this very moment. It's all in your power. You have the ability, you have the power to live completely happy now. Like, it's literally your choice. You can choose to overthink about something. You can choose to feel so much pain because of some situation. You can choose to let go. You can choose to let go of letting go. And also you can choose to just live in this present moment and feel everything. And feel this amazing wave of happiness, and only accept happiness, love, joy. And only decide to live by that. And then once you do it consistently, your entire life will look like a movie. It's like you're manifesting everything. You decide not to be attached to anything or any painful situation or any person who's causing you pain. You completely detach yourself and watch everything magically manifest. And I'm not telling you to go be a monk and completely detach from reality itself. It's like you're still attached, but it doesn't come as an attachment from this lower vibrational state. It doesn't come as an identity, like, yes, this thing happened to me, and now I am doomed. I'm run by that. I have let go of that pain. Now this is my identity. No, let go of that. Detach from that version. I'm not saying you to completely detach from every single living entity and this reality on itself and go sit in the Himalayas and meditate with orange clothes. No, that is a complete another level of detachment. Detachment on itself is not completely like immense, meaning what I'm trying to convey here, what I'm trying to tell is detach from this top part of the iceberg. Detach from the pain, detach from letting go of the pain, and just choose to live. Choose to live in this very present moment. That's all it takes. That's all it takes. If you choose to be happy now, and even the future, if you choose to be happy now, at any given moment, Whatever happens, if you choose to always be happy, always be, at the high vibrational state, you will eventually have a happier life. It's all in your mind. It's all in your head. If you want to go linger on to the most painful moments in your life, you will kind of embody that feeling, and things around you will manifest around that. Your reality will show you more things that you are angry about, the more things that you are feeling pain about. So it's all in your power. You are more powerful than you can ever imagine. It's your choice.